Do you know the feeling that you're coming home from a photo shoot and you are so excited about that one image that you took on that shoot that you want to get home, upload it all to your computer, start editing it, share it on all your social networks? Well, I used to do that a lot. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about why I changed my process and why my workflow has completely changed. And this is actually the reason why I really improved my photography. So I'm going to talk to you about it in this video, so let's quickly dive into it. So today I want to talk to you about that one thing that really changed my photography, and it got my photography to a whole new level without spending a single dollar or euro or anything. The only thing we needed was a little bit of patience. So it took a while before I started to realize that I was having a problem. So let me show you some examples here of images that I actually recovered from being dead on my computer. So this is an image from Namibia, and this is one of those occasions where I shot this image and a couple of other ones, got back to my cabin, and I was so excited about this one that I edited it, and the rest was stored on my computer and never looked at it again. And years later I looked at those files again and I found this zoomed in version that I was really happy about. And I just love these colors in this image. It's not the best image, but it was absolutely worth getting an edit from. And maybe showing it on Instagram or Facebook or anything. But I just never looked at it at that point. And just because I was so excited about that one particular image. This is another example from Scotland. I shot this image and remember that I shot this and I drove straight back home, to the holiday home of course, from this location, and I started editing this, really happy, shared it on social media and didn't look at the other images anymore. Only weeks later I started looking at them and recovered a couple ones, but just recently I started looking at them again because I was doing a presentation for my photo club about Scotland and I wanted to include some more images, so I went through them and I found this image that I was pretty happy about. It's not the best image in the world, but it was absolutely worth editing and showing around. And it's just a shame that I never saw this image before. This is another example, and this is one of those occasions that I was out there with my son, and I was really excited about this image, and I've shared this everywhere. I've shared it on as profile picture on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and I was really happy. It's even on my signature card. This image is on it. So I was really happy with that. And that morning I also shot this image of me and my son, which I was really happy about, and it's a print that's on my wall here at the moment. Yeah, really excited about it. But the other images, I didn't look at it. And I just didn't process it. I stored them on my computer and didn't look at it again. So recently I started to look at those images again and I found this image, which I actually quite like, for me standing in this light beam. But the best image of this day, and maybe the best image that I ever shot in this forest, is actually this one. And I remember standing there shooting this composition with this man on the bicycle coming towards us. And just before this point I shot a couple of those images with my son standing there. But yeah, I just really love this image. Everything comes together, the shape of the trees, the light rays, the colors. This man is in the perfect spot and it's just an amazing image. But somehow I just never looked at this image until I think 1.5 years later. This is from somewhere in 2021 I think. And when I started to record YouTube videos, I realized that I needed to change something in my workflow, because the thing that I didn't like was going out on a shoot, coming home, processing everything, making a video of it and releasing it a couple of days later. I just didn't like that. The stress to make these videos, it was actually the worst thing. So what I started to do, I started to create some time between what I'm shooting and what I'm releasing on my YouTube videos. And most of the times there's 3 or 4 weeks between what you're seeing and the moment when I recorded it on location. So, and that actually improved my photography a lot. So what I did, I just come home from a photo shoot, upload these files on my computer, make a backup of it, and then I leave them alone. I just stop. I don't look at them anymore. And this might take 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe. And it really helped my workflow. So when I go back to my computer in about 3 or 4 weeks time, I start editing these photos, and this feeling that there is one great image in there, that's gone. So what it did, it cleared my view on these images. So right now, I just go through them one by one, looking at them, and think to myself, oh, okay, this one is worth editing. So I give them a star rating in Lightroom, like I showed in last week's video. So you can give them stars from 1 to 5. And the ones with 5 stars, those are the shots that I'm gonna edit in the end. And now I'm looking through all the images, and I start editing them with a fresh look, fresh mindset, and it just improved a lot. I'm salvaging much more images from these photo shoots, and what it also did is it prevents me from releasing photos that I'm not so happy about. So it happened so many times to me that I uploaded a file to social media, to Facebook, to Instagram, to YouTube in the beginning, and when I look at it now, I'm thinking, oh, that's just far too bright or far too yellow, and I could have done this, or I should have taken a different crop. And what I did with this time period that I'm using between shooting and editing is that I'm giving myself the time to look at my images again. So what I do now, I edit these photos, and then I leave them alone again for a couple of days, usually 2-3 days, and then I look again at my edits. And most of the times, I think in 50% of the images, I just do some adjustments again because I'm thinking, well, this doesn't work. And then a couple of days later, I start making a YouTube video of them. And when I'm using these videos of these photos in my videos, it's not the first time that it happened that I was looking at it in my video and thinking, something's wrong with this image. And then I go back, make a little edit again, and put it there. And that's actually how my workflow is going right now. And I hope you guys noticed, but I never release images that I've shot today. I always release images on my social medias that are in the YouTube videos of that week. So those are images that are shot 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks ago. And in the meantime, if you have a lot of shots like I do, I have shot some new images, or I have images from 4 weeks ago that I started editing right now. So I have waited 4 to 5 weeks at one point, but then this workflow came that the images that I'm processing are always about 4 to 5 weeks old. So recently, I fell for my own trap again. So it was a month of really bad weather here in the Netherlands, and I just ran through all my backup material. And actually last weekend I recorded a lot of photos, a lot of video material, and I have to release that material this Sunday. So there's only 1 week between them. And I have looked at these photos maybe 5 or 6 times this week and made changes every day. So, and I've realized at this point that this is not working for me. I need this gap. I need to have this open mind, this focus on these images. And it really got my edits and my photos to a whole different level. So let me show you a couple more of these images, like this one. I was on a shoot here. This is from maybe 2 years ago. This is just before I started making YouTube videos, and I was really busy with those long exposures here. So I got home, looked at those long exposures, and I was really excited about them. But the best image of this day was actually this one, and it took months before I started processing it. And all those, how do you call them, those long exposure images, they were all not right. And I thought up at the point that I wanted to delete the whole folder from my computer, but I didn't, luckily, because I saved this one. And this is one of my all-time favorite images. Just shot straight down, just a leaf, very simple, and yeah, very happy with this particular shot. Yeah, this is the same principle here. This is on one of my first YouTube videos. I'll put a link up here. And I remember standing there for almost half an hour focusing on this tree, and I've realized that when the sunlight would come over the trees from the right side, it would give a beautiful glow on this tree. So I've waited there, and when I got home, I just focused on this image, and I wanted to get this one with the glow on the tree. And I never looked any further. But when I recorded a video last week, I entered the map where all these images were in. And I'm looking at it and I was thinking, why did I never edit these images? I have no idea. So this is another image. This is in the blue hour, just maybe 15 to 20 minutes before the image that you've just seen. And I just really liked the atmosphere here. There was a lot more of this mist and this haze at that moment. And there was no direct light, so this is all blue hour light, but the water, the tranquility of this image was so good. And I just never edited it until yesterday when I started preparing for this video. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this shot right now. And the same idea is for this image. This is the best image that I've shot over the past year. And I was so excited about this one. And even after 3 or 4 weeks waiting, I immediately went to this image and fell for my own trap again and edited this one. But when I started recording the YouTube video, I recovered some material that I was talking about a picture, and I thought to myself, I didn't edit this photo. What am I talking about here? So I went back to Lightroom, looked at those photos again, and I found, oh, this is the one that I was talking about. And that's actually this image, and this is one of my favorite purple heather images, because most of the times I go to purple heather areas every year, but rarely one of these photos makes it to my website. There's just something about this purple that I don't really like. So yeah, another example of giving some more thought to an image, and I just really like this one. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, and this one technique that changed my workflow, and it just, like I said, it doesn't cost you 1 single cent. The only thing it takes you is a little bit of patience and a little bit of time. So once again, what I do, I come home from a shoot, upload those images to my computer, leave them alone, and I started editing the images from weeks before at that point. So it's a constant process of material renewing itself, but the moment that I start editing the images that I shot today is usually about 3 or 4 weeks, 5 weeks maybe, from this point on. And it just gives me the time to get an open mind, don't focus on one single image, and it gives me also the time, and that's one thing that you should do, don't edit an image and upload it to your social media immediately. Just leave it alone on your computer, look at it again in a couple of days, and maybe make some little adjustments again. And if you're 100% satisfied, then release your images. Just don't do it too fast, because it really, really ruins a couple of shots. And I have some shots on my Instagram or even my website that I'm thinking about, I should have done that differently right now, but what's done is done. So that's my tip. Have a little patience, look at your images again, and give yourself a little bit of time. And I will promise you, it will definitely improve your workflow. So thanks for watching. I hope you liked this little video. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next Sunday's video. So if you liked it, don't forget, push the thumbs up button, and there's a subscribe button underneath this video. If you push it, select all, you will get a message when I release my next video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you this Sunday, and it's going to be a completely different video. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but yeah, I challenge myself a little bit. Let's say it like that. So hope to see you this Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.